Hello. Okay, RetroZone. Good to see you. Valis, good to see you. I'm very late today. I hope that was not an inconvenience to anyone. Probably not, but, if it was, I apologize. I have a lot less beard than I used to, which is very strange. Yes, we did some traveling, and I wanted to get a better mask fit while traveling, so goodbye beard for a bit. It'll come back. So, what am I doing here? Did I do that wrong? I wonder if Stream Elements needs reauthorization or something. I'm going to check on that real quick. So, King's Quest 3, as you can see in the corner, I've got a little Macintosh emulator up and running. And this is the first King's Quest game that I ever played. And back when it came out, I just had a tiny little 9-inch screen monochrome Macintosh. And that's pretty much what you're seeing right here. Just technically emulating a Mac Plus, but very similar. I have System 7 installed, which I feel like one of the biggest developments in System 7 was that you could run multiple applications at the same time. Very exciting. I don't know what's going on with Stream Elements. Who knows? Not important, I guess. Oh, it did pop up. I didn't even see that. Is it cold without the beard? I don't really notice that much of a difference. I'm sure it makes a little bit of a difference, but it's not super obvious. Yes, this is Mini VMAC emulator. Also, hello, Edenwaith. Good to see you. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Sorry, I'm just... Y'all, holidays are stressful, and a week off of streaming has gotten me all very disoriented, and we're just doing our best here. We'll figure this out. My brain just shut down for a minute. Oh, right. One thing I wanted to share was my... when I played the first King's Quest, I decided afterward to do a complete playthrough, and I ended up doing that with King's Quest 2 when I finished it last time. So there's the YouTube video of that, if that's of interest to anyone. It was actually a much shorter playthrough, just because I actually knew what I was doing this time. I didn't have to follow a walkthrough, because there was only one thing that I missed, basically, to do a complete playthrough. And so that made it a lot easier, and there also wasn't a dang beanstalk to deal with. Pronounce your handle correctly. Many people throw in an extra R and say Eden Wraith. Ah, yes. I imagine that is a common mistake. So yeah, I put up a little YouTube video of that if anyone is interested. Kind of mostly for my own fun, just to catch anything I missed. But I think they're reasonably entertaining little videos, so I put them up on YouTube. My only other note that I made for myself here is that there's a wizard in this game in King's Quest 3, and it seems like the most common agreed on pronunciation is Mananan. So I had to make a note to myself to remember how that is pronounced, Mananan. Hopefully I'll remember it. Until this week, I had never really thought much about how to say it out loud. I feel like in my head when I originally played it, I was thinking more Mananan. But Mananan, I guess, is the pronunciation that the Odd Gentleman, I think that's the correct name of the developers of the most recent King's Quest game. There's some references to this wizard fellow in that game, and that's the pronunciation they went with. Which version of King's Quest 2? I'm trying to find a working Mac version of King's Quest 2. So the first two games that I streamed, I bought them from GOG. I just played the version there in ScumVM. Pronounce his name Mananan. Yeah. I feel like there's kind of a lot of like subtle variations you can go with. And honestly, I don't know that I ever had like a set idea of how to pronounce it in my head. So yeah, I've been playing on ScumVM so far. But since this was the first game that I ever played, I thought it'd be fun to get it up and running in an emulator. I even had a copy lying around from my original floppy disks. And one thing I was going to mention is that I still have the box. I have the boxes for all my old Sierra games, which is great. What's not great is a couple of years ago, we had some flooding in our basement. And all my computer game boxes were in this big cardboard box. And unfortunately, the most precious ones, the ones I care the most about, the ones I have the fondest memories of, happen to all kind of be at the bottom of that box. And we had a lot of things to worry about when the basement flooding happened, and I didn't get them dried out quickly enough, and eventually I kind of shoved them in a plastic container, I think before they had even dried, and basically they started to develop some mold over time. And recently I decided I should finally tackle that problem and either recover them or toss them. And unfortunately, I think King's Quest 3 is going to get tossed. I finally cracked it open yesterday, and it's moldy all the way through. It's a bad time. I think some of them I can recover and hopefully get them cleaned up, at least enough to share on stream. But that one, that's a goner. But I do have the Mac version is what I had of King's Quest 3, and that didn't come out, I believe, until like a year or two after the original release. I think the gold box version is the only one that they released for Mac. I could be wrong, but that's the one I had anyways. I'm going to switch to, how do I do things? I switch to my overhead cam here. So this is actually for the Amiga version, but this is pretty much the same box cover that I had. And there's the back cover. Got lots of nice little screenshots, and this is kind of the most color I ever saw of this game. Um, yeah, I don't think I'll bother reading any of this text, but got some shots of the beginning of the game where you start out in this wizard's house, and then eventually we'll get out and explore the world. And then I also have the manual. This is from the GOG version. They give you a nice PDF of the manual. I actually spent some time reformatting it a little to make it a little nicer looking to present. But this is otherwise pretty much the same thing. And this is a pretty good recreation. I just looked at mine the other day, and aside from being a little bit moldy and extremely rusty staples, it pretty much look just like this. So, I'm going to start out by reading the little story they have in the beginning here. A long, long time ago, when magic was the only science known to man, there dwelt in the land of Ludor a wizard named Mannanan. He was very learned in all matters of the heavens and earth. Of great age, Mannanan presented a frail appearance, as though his skin were made of bleached and weathered parchment. Mannanan's impression of fragility lasted only until one looked in his coal-black eyes, which burned with a strange fire. This was, indeed, a powerful wizard. Although he was powerful and capable of conjuring up vast armies of spirit servants to sweep his hearth, prepare his meals, and other menial tasks which he would not soil his hands, the solution to his everyday needs was not satisfactory to him. For he liked his solitude and didn't want a lot of spirits, who besides all else are quite inquisitive and mischievous, cluttering up his house. Instead, he impressed a very young boy to do his bidding, taking the lad when he was only a year old, so he would have no memories to tug at him in the years to come. Unfortunately for Mannanan, boys grow up and become adventuresome young men. As his slave grew in stature and in strength, Mannanan was irritated to find him poking around in areas of the house where he didn't belong. Or he would climb down the narrow path leading to Mannanan's mountaintop retreat to explore the surrounding countryside. Even punishment did not stop him for long. One day, when his slave was 18 years of age, the wizard found him practicing magic spells. This was the last straw. "You," Mannanan screamed, "you have read my books of spells and plundered my supplies of powders and potions. You have even ventured into Ludor again, against my express command, for nowhere else could you have gathered some of these ingredients. You think you will win your freedom with these tricks?" the wizard sneered. "You shall see your mistake. You have earned only your own demise." And with that, Mannanan raised his hands menacingly. Suddenly, the earth began to shake, and his slave was no more. Only a small pile of ashes remained where he had stood. "Next time, I won't make the same mistake," Mannanan snarled. "I'll never let any of my slaves reach manhood. I'll have no more accidents." And so the years passed. Mannanan went out and found another small boy to be his slave. He stole him from a country some distance from Ludor to direct suspicion away from himself. Mannanan was more careful with this child and watched him closely. The wizard punished the boy severely when he caught him away from the house, and he made sure the boy didn't get his hands on even any ordinary items that might be transformed into magic charms or potions. On the whole, Mannanan didn't have much trouble with him, but still, on the lad's 18th birthday, the wizard zapped him out of existence. "It's a nuisance having to train a slave all over again," he mumbled complainingly, "but it's better than having trouble like the last time." And so he went on, every 17 years kidnapping a small boy from his loving parents, then slaying him on the 18th anniversary of his birth. Occasionally the cycle was shortened slightly when he unfortunately chose a precocious child that learned too much before his 18th year. And time went on. And we have some tips for the beginning adventurer. Lots of the usual stuff. Look everywhere. When you go somewhere you haven't been before, the first thing to do is look around. You should get a description of the general area. Often there is a clue to the game or an indication that something in the scene bears further investigation. Explore each area of the game very carefully. Search the wizard's domain, both inside and out, even, or perhaps especially, those places he doesn't want you poking around in. Venture out to mix and mingle with the inhabitants of the surrounding countryside of Ludor. Draw a map that includes each place you visit, objects found, dangerous areas, and any and every landmark you see along the way. Try not to miss any area, or you may miss an important clue or item necessary to the completion of your quest. And don't think that just because you've been somewhere once, it will be the same next time. The population of Ludor, and other countries you might visit, can move around as well as you, some better. Here's an example of the map you might draw. In addition to constructing your own map, you may also find a certain magic map hidden in the wizard's house. It's up to you to unlock its special powers. Keep your ears open. Talk to just about everyone you meet, but use discretion. Some characters will be friendly and helpful. They will give you valuable information and advice. Others will try to trick you, so be ready to run and hide. If that doesn't work, you may have to find some other way of outwitting them. Pick up anything that isn't nailed down. You'll come across many objects that have a use somewhere else in the game. Your inventory is listed on the status screen, accessed with the tab key. Use the items you pick up to solve large and small problems in the game. Some problems have obvious solutions. If you need to dig a hole, use a shovel. Other problems require more imagination to solve. Be careful. The way you must travel is long and dangerous. Be sure to remain alert at all times. Disaster may strike in the most unlikely of places. Save your game often. That way, if misfortune should strike along the way, you won't have to start over from the beginning. See your reference card for instructions on saving your game. Don't get discouraged. If you come to an obstacle that seems insurmountable, don't despair. Every day, explore the game some more, then come back later and try again. If you're stuck, you might try backtracking to an earlier point in the game. You might have forgotten to do something vital, or you can buy a King's Quest III hint book using the enclosed order form. Be brave, be resourceful, be true. And then, a little hard to read here in blue, it says, the following pages contain the only legible excerpts from The Sorcery of Old, Manannan's Book of Magic. All other spells in the volume are so faded that they are indecipherable to mortal eyes. To perform any of these spells, open The Sorcery of Old to the appropriate page and follow the directions precisely. Any deviation from the correct procedure, including the exact recitation of the empowering verse, can cause fatal, if sometimes humorous, results. Note, parentheses indicate descriptive text, not instructions you need to type into the computer. So then we have a bunch of pages from this spell book, which are very important, and if I remember correctly, basically also the copy protection for the game. They have a list of items you have to gather to do the spell, and then these directions you have to follow precisely, and like it said, some verses you have to recite exactly, or you will donk up that spell. I'll read the titles of each one because those are kind of interesting and kind of hint at things we might need to do. Understanding the language of creatures, flying like an eagle or a fly, teleportation at random, causing a deep sleep, transforming another into a cat, brewing a storm, becoming invisible. And lastly, we have a little advertisement for other 3D animated adventure games by Sierra. Catching up on chat here. So the little story there, again, kind of gives us some important clues as to what we need to do and be careful of at the beginning of the game. There's a little bit of an introduction, but it doesn't go into quite as much detail as that does. But I think we might be ready to get into it. So my plan here, as you can see, I got my Mac desktop here, and one detail I always liked, this icon, when you select it, you can see a second lightning bolt. I always enjoyed icons like this that had some like additional thing that pops up when it's clicked on. I just thought that was a fun little detail of icon design back then. So as you can see, this is a little bit different than the standard setup, and the sound's a little crunchy. I'm sorry about that. I tried to clean things up a little bit, but there's only so much I could do. But my plan is to just kind of show off how Mac versions differed from other versions of the game, and we'll just kind of fool around a little and try to refresh my memory on what we need to do here. And then after a little bit, we'll switch over to the full color DOS version, and then we'll get real serious and start drawing maps and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna wait, and I'll read this stuff out loud when we switch to the DOS version. But for now, we're gonna get right into the game. Yeah, that's a good question. Same guy for this Mac version. Yeah, I was watching Decaf Jedi recently did a stream of Space Quest 2. Yeah. On a VMac emulator, and I happened to notice that the Mac port was just like all done by one guy, which is something I had never really thought about before. But yeah, I'm not surprised that the same guy did all the ports back then, especially in these early days. Yeah, the font is very fun and extremely different than the much more generic font you get in the DOS version. So we got a little button to hide the menu. We got this countdown timer, basically how long we've been playing, which at first I thought might have been something specific to the Mac port, but I guess it's actually in the DOS version of this game also. I can't remember if that's just something they started doing or if that has specific gameplay consequences. We'll figure that out as we go. And of course, we got our menu bar up here, which is interesting. Oh, I just realized that if I had a number pad on my keyboard, I would be able to walk diagonally a lot easier. Like on the right side here is keyboard shortcuts you could use. I guess I could also use this so I could press... Oh, wait. How does that work? This suggests I could use E to walk up and to the right, but yeah, I don't know. Obviously typing opens up the command thing, so I don't know how that works. Maybe it's Command E? No, that's not it either. Anyways, we got lots of little options here. And then it's kind of interesting how they have some specific commands built in here. I guess these are ones they figured you might need often. There's that magic map mentioned again. And then we have some icons on the side here. We have status window, which is very Mac-like design in this case. Got our score, currently 0 out of 210. And if we had any items, they would be listed here. We've got a button to open our input prompt. And an interesting thing, I don't know if any of y'all noticed this while I was playing the first couple games, but I had a difficult time getting used to the fact that in the DOS versions, when you start typing, the game keeps going. I was not really used to that. In the Mac versions, once this prompt is open, the action just kind of pauses. So, like, if you're walking, if some enemy is coming towards you or about to do something, you have as much time as you need to type out your commands. And nothing is going to happen in game until you click OK or cancel. So I didn't really realize when I was playing the DOS versions on stream that it felt weird to me because that was a thing I hadn't ever had to do in one of these games. I thought it was just something I had, kind of forgotten about. And we also have a dedicated look button, which is very nice. And it, based on the manual, it sounds like this is the first King's Quest where we really get specific look descriptions for every room we're in. And then we got a little pause button. David Alexander, hello. I missed you when you came in. Forgot to say hi. I hope you're doing well today. Music sounds like it is years ahead of the PC side capabilities at the time. Yeah, an interesting thing, I was setting up King's Quest V at one point, and at first I had the fully voiced version up and running, and I really wanted to get that game running the way I originally played it, which was with text instead of voices. So I spent some time playing around with that, and it was interesting because when I switched to the DOS version with text instead of voices, the audio just sounded terrible. And I was like, this is not how I remember this sounding. So I spent a bunch of time playing around, and eventually I think what I settled on is getting a Roland MT32 emulator up and running, which sounded not exactly like the Mac version, but a lot closer. So yeah, definitely there was a big difference in sound between different versions, and I'm sure, depending on what sound card you had and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely when I originally played this game, I had a little, Macs back then, you could get a separate number pad that plugged in to your main keyboard, and that was definitely what I would have used for walking around in these games. But you can use the mouse, so that helps a little if you need to go diagonally or something like that. But of course, when you get into a tricky little windy passage, it's a little bit safer to use the keyboard, I think. Okay, so I have just died. Oh wait, no. Yes, I have died. Too busy talking. Let's start over. I guess we gotta wait. We gotta wait to be told what to do here. You've been neglecting my chickens again, Gwydion. Feed them, and quickly. Okay. So, as we heard in the story, basically, we got a lot of chores to do. And then also, we're gonna need to find a way to escape, or we're gonna get murdered by this wizard soon. Because I think probably the intro told us that it's almost our 18th birthday. Can you pet the chickens? Oops. Oh, also one nice feature of this game, I can press Command E and bring up my last command. How can you do that? I can't pet the chickens. I think you're just taunting me here. Well, it's a bummer. Now I'm wondering, what is the first Sierra game where you could pet an animal? I feel like I knew this at one point, but I can no longer remember. So I'm not gonna go down here right now, but I do want to show this fun little area that we'll have to deal with many times, as I recall. This windy path that is very easy to die on. Oh no, we've been caught. Manannan's eyes narrow to slits. Gwydion, you are forbidden to be here. I have a good mind to. His face softens as he continues. Well, maybe next time. For now, go home. Okay. Whew. Okay, we made it out alive. That's good. We are gonna... Okay. You'll feel Manannan's cold gaze is quite unnerving. So he's gonna constantly pop in and watch what we're doing, and meanwhile we have to kind of plot our escape. So like we can take this cup, but generally you don't want to get caught carrying anything you're not supposed to have, or he will super murder you. Let's pet the cat. The thought of doing anything nice to that obscene ball of fur makes you sick. Can't pet the cat. Didn't find out about Manannan catching you on the trail until 1997. Oh, wow. See, if you get in just the right spot, you can click to go up these stairs diagonally, but it's a little tricky. I'm not going to worry about saving, I don't think, since this is just kind of some goofing around time here. And we'll be starting over when we switch to full color. Put cup. Actually, before I do that, so here we have the inventory now. We have an empty cup. This is just a simple metal cup with a handle. Got a nice little picture down here. Put cup under bed. So we can hide stuff under a bed, and that way we won't get caught. You get on your hands and knees and shove it under the bed. It will be safe from the wizard's sharp eyes there. So we can kind of stockpile some items to use, and then we can just grab them when we need them. Time to take a nap. Can we do that? I don't remember. What's a nap? Lie on bed. You lie down on your hard bed, stretch, then curl up, trying hard to get comfortable. Your thin blanket and small pillow do not help much. Oh, but we did manage to get to sleep. That's nice. Let's take a little nap. Get it. You gratefully rise from your hard old bed, stretching your aching muscles. Let's see if we got anything in here. You have nothing of any interest in your dresser drawer. Look in... Whoop. Here. You look into the cracked mirror hanging on the wall. Your reflection shows a tall, handsome lad dressed in dirty rags. means. Look at tapestry. You have always admired this lovely tapestry. It adds one of the few bright spots to this dreary house. I bet that looks great in color. Speaking of color, one interesting thing I noticed, I booted up the Mac version in ScumVM at one point, just out of curiosity, and there's some interesting color differences. Like Gwydian's clothes are like a brown instead of, I want to say predominantly purple. Uh-oh. This could be bad news. You aren't to be in this room without my express permission, Mananan says gruffly. Go find something to do. My office is dusty. Clean it at once. This is not quite as murderous as I remembered. Out of my way, Gwydion. There's a little fly on the ground up there I was hoping to snag, but... You never know when you might need a dead fly, right? What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so, like, there's some color differences, and I don't know if that's just, like, things they decided look better on Macintosh screens, or if, like, they changed colors of things so they would look nicer converted to monochrome. I don't really know, but I found that interesting. There's that cat again. Look at cat. That detestable pet of Mananan's is a constant annoyance. We obviously do not like this cat. I don't remember what we were told to do in here. Empty the trash? What's a trash? Clean room. They're not close enough. Okay. This little dusting animation there. Dust cat. This map is interesting. Is that the magic map? I do not remember this magic map at all. Dust cat. How can you do that? Clean cat. Very disappointed in this game, not understanding our goofy commands. Hey, I'm a little T-Pat. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I was watching one of your VODs the other day. You were playing King's Quest 1 on a Tandy 1000 emulator, which is very cool to see. The detail I enjoyed the most is that you could actually see it drawing the scenes. One of my recent streams, I brought up a YouTube video of like a slow motion drawing of King's Quest scene, because I always thought that was interesting how they're like created with vector graphics. And I don't think I ever realized that on some systems, like, that was actually, you know, how it happened in the game. Like, you could see it as it was drawing. So that was pretty cool to see. Look at map. How can you do that? Take map? This is a map, right? You don't need it? Are you sure? It looks interesting. Yes, this is the Mac version. I am running it in an emulator called Mini VMac, running on System 7.5 software, and as you can see, it is all in monochrome. So many books line the bookshelf. You wonder when Mannanan has time to read them all. Titles cover many subjects, from ancient Arabic mythology to a study of the heavens to the philosophies of Socrates. So I can't help but notice some interesting boards here. Look at floor. It's just as it appears. It appears interesting. Open trap door. What's a trap? I feel like there's probably a book we have to pull. Like, I know this is a trap door, and there's an area down there where we at some point we'll have to go do some spells, but I do not remember how to get down there. Also, since I haven't mentioned this, generally prefer not to have any tips or hints unless I ask for them. Obviously, I've played this game before, but I think it's a little more fun if I kind of discover things on my own as I go. See nothing special. Look at hat. Doesn't look interesting. I disagree. Take hat. No, fine. Is there a copy of How to Make Friends and Influence People? Gwydion, I've decided to take a journey. That sounds good. Get out of here. Finally, we're on our own. Can't talk to anything. It reminds me, I wish I had it installed on my little emulator. There used to be a little Mac app that was just a talking moose. It was very goofy. Clean kitchen. This is not useful since the wizard is on vacation, but we'll do it anyway. I only give fake spoilers. Yes, fake spoilers are always appreciated. Do you think Mannanan is going to Disneyland? That's a good question. He might be. Maybe like a wizard convention. Man, like I played a little bit of the color version, and I could tell in color what's on this shelf in front of me. I have no idea looking at this in monochrome. Use the heavy oak table when you prepare food for the wizard. Right now there is a loaf of bread, some fruit, and a mutton chop on the table. Take bread. Take the loaf of bread and carry it with you. Take meat. You take the mutton chop and carry it with you. What was the other thing? I already forgot. Fruit. Any idea what that large thing is hanging from the kitchen ceiling? This thing right in the middle? It's a very good question. I imagine the game is not going to give us any hints. There are pots, pans, baskets, and drying herbs and spices hanging there. Could be like a pot or something? Do not know. Let's see if we can recall how to get into this secret area here. Take book. You glance at the titles of the books but do not see any that interest you. Wait, was that a glint of metal behind one large book? Take large book. Do we have to be standing in the right spot? Look at large book. That's the same description we got before. Look at metal. Mannanan is very private with his study and doesn't like you poking around. The huge oak desk is covered with his writing implements. An oak cabinet is in the corner. There's a chart on the rear wall. The bookshelves are filled with books on every subject. The wizard fancies himself to be quite a scholar. Question recently came up. I had to inspect the source code in AGI Studio. I think it is supposed to be a basket and not a giant mushroom. Interesting. Yeah, at one point, I think probably when I do King's Quest 4, I'll share this book. I'll show a little peek at it right now. Just mention of source code reminded me of this official book of King's Quest, Daventry and Beyond, excuse me, which is interesting in that it includes a lot of making of information, including stuff like debug modes. And then at one point, it actually includes some, like, I don't know if this is like actual exact source code or kind of approximated pseudocode. It looks like it's probably actual code. But I thought it was interesting that it gives examples of like how different things are scripted. And this is, I think, for King's Quest 4. Yeah. How do we look at this? Maybe it's over here. I actually tried to write a simple game in AGI Studio more than 20 years ago. That's cool. I take large book. Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to find. I've never done anything in AGI Studio, but I did spend a lot of time throughout my years working on different little adventure game projects. Did a lot of stuff in HyperCard, which is a Mac app that was designed to be a very approachable way to create interactive things. You had these cards and you could write little scripts to switch between cards and stuff, and that was actually how the original Myst was created. And then later there was another app called SuperCard that was kind of a more advanced version of it. So I've spent a lot of time tinkering around with little ideas and stuff like that. Also tried to do a text adventure in QBasic, but I couldn't figure out how to do inventory. Book. Whoop. Maybe this will be easier in color, huh? Look at wastebasket. Don't you remember you emptied it yesterday? Yeah. That makes sense. Look at desk. Massive desk is made from oak. The wizard does all of his reading, writing, and calculating here. I guess there's not anything of interest. Can we open a drawer? You open the large desk's only drawer, but you see nothing interesting. Before you're caught, you close it. Look at chart. Chart has no meaning to you. Okay. Been digging into how AGI worked. Neat to see how these games were constructed in the 80s. Yeah, I might have to look into that a little myself at some point. That does sound pretty interesting to learn more about. You have a tabulating machine. I wonder. Let's see what else we can poke around with. I feel like he's going to come back at any moment. In the vanity drawer are many uninteresting items, although the wizard's hand mirror may come in handy. You grab it, then close the drawer. Let's see. I feel like I haven't been using this look button enough. You look at Manannan's elegant bedchamber. You see fine furnishings from a regal bed to a beautifully carved closet. You can't help but compare this handsome room to your own meager cubicle. Open closet. Look in closet. You see voluminous velvet robes, satin slippers, peaked hats, and soft linen gowns. Take robe. There's no reason to take it. Okay. Look at robe. Okay. Guess there's nothing of interest in there. Look at dresser. Elegant dresser is made of mahogany. Its drawers are graced by beautiful gold knobs. I'll figure out what's on top of the dresser, but I guess the game's not going to tell me. Ah. You find baubles and trinkets which do not interest you. Suddenly, your eye falls on something that does. A vial labeled rose petal essence, which you eagerly take. That sounds very interesting. Huh. It acted like it didn't understand me, but then it did the thing I asked for. All right. I think this cat's going to snitch me out. I feel like it might. Ooh, 6 points. Doing good. Huh. Oh. It's interesting that it doesn't... I don't see anything that says this, but I believe the items that have an asterisk on them are items that we will get murdered if Manannan catches us carrying. Because like the food items are, you know, ordinary things that we might need for our job, whereas the rose essence and mirror are things we super stole from him. Yeah, it's great. It's a neat little very Mac-like UI. Like it's a fun way to adapt the way the inventory normally works in other versions of the game. Put mirror under bed. You get on your hands and knees and shove it under the bed. It'll be safe from the wizard's sharp eyes there. Occurred to me I maybe could have done put all under bed. I feel like that's a thing it understands. Yes. Okay, so that put literally everything under there. But that should be okay. I know there's a fly upstairs that's of interest, but we're just gonna do a little exploring. Honestly, during my break, I might grab a different keyboard that's got a number pad, just so these stairs are easier to deal with. All right, let's see if we can get out of here. Let's see, how do we save? Good old Command S. Oh gosh, this narrow pathway here, this is terrible. Yeah, it's kind of funny that I never considered the number pad when I was playing the first two games. I frequently thought that it would be great if I could walk a perfect diagonal. Oh, are you kidding me? I can't even see it.
Are you still playing in black and white?
Hello, Stream Ghost.
Hello.
I am still playing in black and white, yes. And oh! I blame you for that.
I'm sorry.
You distracted me and I fell to my death.
Oh, the font's all fancy.
It's okay though, I just saved. Yeah! It's great, right?
Yeah.
Nice little Macintosh touch there. I have a path here that I can't even see, and I have to walk down and not die.
Oh, geez, that's just rude.
Yeah.
Do you get any kind of, like, I don't know, sound cue for when you've touched the rock?
Oh, absolutely not.
Of course not.
You'll get a sound cue if you have walked to your death.
Hello. I can't quite read the name from here.
That is Edenwaith.
Hello, Edenwaith.
Our stream ghost is Unsecret Crush, also a streamer.
I'm on break from my werewolf group call. I will have to disappear again in a couple minutes.
I often hang out as a stream ghost on her streams. We made it. Only died one.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I forgot there's more. This is easier, but it's still...
I'll get out of your way and not distract you to your death again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I was a jerk to my brother and saved a game just as Gwydion was falling off the cliff. That's so mean. I did that in King's Quest 1 at one point. What did I do? I don't know. I managed to overwrite a save. I fell off the beanstalk and I hit save instead of restore and then overwrote my last save and lost some beanstalk progress. That was terrible. Whew. We made it. We're free. We're not free. Let's look around. The many beautiful trees bring a sense of peace to this forest. I do not remember... Oh, okay. I was about to say, I don't remember a lot about the area of this town outside of outside of the house. But now that I'm seeing it, I do remember this section a little bit. Which I should have gone around the front of the store here. Would have been a little easier to navigate. Let's see, do we have an open door in here? Open the door. Nice. There's a dog. Good day to you, young man, greets the storekeeper. What can I do for you? Look at dog. The dog lying on the floor is obviously a mutt. The name Kenny is embossed on his leather collar. Pet Kenny. You need to be closer. Pet Kenny? As you pet him, Kenny licks your hand and thumps his tail in appreciation. A small wad of dog fur collects in your hand, and you tuck it into your pocket for later use. We can pet the dog and it's useful. Amazing. Look at fur. The wad of dog hair is dirty white and brown. Can we still pet Kenny? As you pet him, Kenny licks your hand and thumps his tail in appreciation. Awesome. Love this game. I knew there was a reason I like this game so much. Talk to man. Storekeeper asks, now what can I do for you? I don't know. What do you got? Look at shelves. Shelves are filled with all sorts of useful items. There are a few items of particular interest to you. Leather pouches, salt, fish oil, and lard. Okay, so you don't have any money. We need to get money somehow. That's interesting. Do not remember how to do that. I certainly don't think Mananan's going to give us any money. Open door. Oh. Look. One of the surly-looking characters yells to the barmaid, "Wench, come over here with more ale." Don't be rude to the barkeeper. Bottles of rum and wine sit atop shelves behind the bar. Two surly-looking characters are drinking ale at the table. Looking closer, you see that they are the bandits from the forest. It sounds like bad news. Buy chainmail armor. Whoops, wrong game. I missed the comment, look at that giant slice of cake in front of the store. Look at man. Two ruffians at the table see you looking at them and glare back at you menacingly. It's the bandits from the forest. It keeps saying that as though I'm familiar with bandits from the forest. Talk to man. What's it? Oh, come on. You know what I meant. One of the ugly rogues scowls at you as he says, "Beat it, kid." All right. Talk to barkeep. What's a bar? Keep your shirts on, you ornery buzzards, the barmaid yells. I'll be there quick enough. Without taking her eyes off the two men, she says, I'll be happy to take your order, but be quick about it because those two are keeping me hopping. Let's order a beer. I don't think we can do that, but we'll try. The barmaid retorts, go on, you deadbeat. Drinks cost money, you know. Asked for a job. Oh. Pet bandits. I know it's just going to tell me it doesn't understand, but I gotta try. Pet man. We'll try that. How can you do that? Let's see what's out on the dock here. Oh, that's interesting. In the last game, the DOS version, we had slow, normal, fast, and fastest, or something like that. And in this one, we're back to 3 options. I'm curious if that's on DOS also. I almost wonder if maybe they got rid of the fastest option and just settled on a more reasonable, fast-ish option. The sandy beach stretches north and south below steep, grassy cliffs. Okay, that doesn't quite seem like the right description of this area, but sure. see what we can do down on the beach here. Okay, I wasn't sure if I could just go down there or... Look, the sandy beach stretches north and south below steep grassy cliffs. Yeah. In the first King's Quest, the fast option was just like not really usable unless you knew you had like multiple safe screens to pass through. Oh, okay, so we've looped around. Let's explore up this river a bit. Where did I go? All right. Oh, okay. I thought this might be like a bandit cave or something, but this looks like a spider cave. Look. Stream flows by a huge dark cave. Look at cave. There's an opening in the side of the hill which is covered by a huge spider web. Inside, it is black as pitch. I don't have any... Oops. I keep, if you're wondering why a square keeps appearing in here, I keep trying to hit escape to close this. But that doesn't work. It just enters a square for some reason. Okay, all I have is dog hair right now. Oh, an eagle. Look at eagle. You see a majestic eagle. I feel like I remember that sometimes a feather drops from the eagle. I'm pretty sure there's some way we can get an eagle feather, which we probably need for a spell. Starting to look a little creepy over here. Oh, there's the eagle again. Lots of squirrels. Soft, loamy soil of the forest here gives way to the sands of the great desert stretching off to the west. I really did not remember a desert being in this game. Ew. Snakes? Oh no! Oh no! Your eyes fall upon a face so hideous, so gruesome that the horror of it is beyond description. People look upon the face of Medusa with her hair of writhing live snakes turn instantly to stone. Suddenly your body feels cold and stiffens hard as a rock. You make a nice statue, Gwydion. Suddenly I know what that mirror we found is for. Well, I feel like we did pretty good for a while there. So I was thinking I would continue until we got caught by Manannan coming back home, but I guess Medusa got to us first. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then we will switch to color. And we'll also start drawing our maps. Got my maps from the previous game here. So I'm just gonna hydrate, which is a thing I strongly recommend to everyone, and then I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Okay. Look at all that color. Beautiful. Are we missing... I can tell there's no sound. I'm trying to remember if there is sound during this part. Man, the color looks great. Just trying to... Okay, so the sound is not working. What's up with that? Shoot. I am going to start ScumVM and hope that fixes it. There we go. Okay. For some reason, in the VMAC emulator, there was this like constant low volume noise. Like it wasn't very audible to me, but I could see it in my level meters. So I turned on some filtering to minimize that during the stream, and I guess that filtering was basically muting all of the audio for this version of the game. So we're back in business now. And we'll let this little intro play, which set up the story for us, I think. Gwydion is a lonely lad of 17 who has lived for as long as he can remember with an evil and cruel wizard by the name of Mannanan. Gwydion Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I'll just let y'all read it. I mean, it's basically a summary of what we already knew from the story in the manual. So, maps. I got my pen, I got my highlighters, I got Unsuper Precious highlighters anyway. Also got a notebook here. Found that in the King's Quest games, the maps are a lot more important than the notes are, but I'm sure we will need some notes. Just noticing some of these credits, like Viewmaster and Key Grip, like I can't remember exactly what a key grip does in a movie situation, but I feel like that doesn't quite equate here. I'm trying to figure out where to start. I feel like... Well... Let's start here. And then I think I'll do what I did with the last game and put any indoor areas on a separate sheet of paper. So let's see, we've got 2 rooms up from here. So we'll start down here. Oh, I forgot to grab my my extended keyboard. That's okay. It's not vital. Okay. And just for kicks, we'll label that start, just to keep track of where we started out. Hey, Hinton! Sorry I missed the Mac version. I was just trying to achieve weekend things. That's, you know what, that's important. But I'm glad you could be here, and I hope you are doing well. I hope you achieved your weekend things, or at least got started on them. You're just in time for the beginning of our actual game here. Okay. Click to walk still. See, and in this one we got similar inventory screen to the first couple games. Oh, there's that tapestry. The weekend things will continue, but I feel like I've earned a break of coffee and some robot strip spacer stream. That sounds fantastic, and gotta agree, I think you have earned it. Look at tapestry. You've always admired this lovely tapestry. It adds one of the few bright spots to this dreary house. Look at all the colors in the tapestry. Detestable pet of Mananan's is a constant annoyance. Like, I buy that the cat is annoying, but like it really kind of keeps to itself for the most part, it seems like. Ah, we know there's nothing in the drawer. Don't really have anything to do over here just yet. Do we just not like cats? Is that the problem? I feel like the cat probably does do something detestable at some point. Ah, there's the wizard. Gwydion, you were assigned a chore. You know what happens to lazy boys. Oh no. I must have missed when he popped up and gave us a chore. Mananan shakes his head in disgust. The kitchen is still dirty. When will you learn to obey? Up goes the dreaded finger. Where's the pile of dust now? Mananan leers. Like a bad little boy, you need to spend some time in your room. Oh, okay, we're not dead. You suddenly find yourself in your own little room. You notice that the door is closed. Interesting. I don't remember this. Rip and unrip. How long were we grounded for? Oh, I missed the little look button. That was handy. This is your own pitiful bedchamber. Compared to Mananan's fine room, yours is almost a cell. The bed is hard and uncomfortable with only a threadbare blanket and a small flat pillow. The other furnishings are junk, but as poor as it is, it's your own haven, as the wizard never enters it. It's honestly a little bit hard to believe. Like, why wouldn't he come in here once in a while and make sure I'm not, like, hiding any contraband in obvious places, like, you know, under my bed or in one of the 2 drawers that I have. Open door. You twist the doorknob on the bedroom door, but to your frustration, find it locked. Knock on door. How can you knock on it? Game? You hear a click at the bedroom door. The old wizard has decided to free you by magically unlocking your door. That's great. Oh, it was already open. All right. Down to business. Teach character to knock. I'm going to save before I attempt this, but we're going to try to see if we can sneak in and... Oh, we're probably going to get another chore here, aren't we? Gwydion, I've decided to take a journey. Perfect. Love it. Love that for you. Love it for me. It's great for everybody. Went to make myself a drink and we're in color now. Yes. It's fantastic color. Oh, this is... What? This is not at all what I would have pictured for this grumpy-ass wizard's bedroom. I love it. This is a whole new dimension to this character. Open drawer. In the vanity drawer are many uninteresting items, although the wizard's hand mirror may come in handy if you encounter any medusas. You grab it, then close the drawer. Open drawer. Find baubles and trinkets which do not interest you. Suddenly your eye falls on something that does. A vial labeled rose petal essence, which you eagerly take. Okay. I think we know there's nothing in there. I really want to know what this thing is on top of the dresser. Look on top of dresser. There's nothing exciting on top of the dresser. All right. Look under rug. You lift up the rug in several places and look under it. Sad to say, all you see is the dust you swept under there yesterday. I appreciate that they added a response to that command. All right. Here's where I wish I had that number pad. Take fly. I have not been drawing a map. Been a little too down to business. You pick up the dead fly and drop it in your hand. Disgustedly, you look at it. I don't want to carry around a dead fly, you think. Picking off its wings, you throw the rest away. Obviously, I know that we need some fly wings for a spell, but it is a little funny that Gwydion at this point in time would think, I don't want to carry around this gross thing. I'll just take its wings and keep those. Let's do a save. Let's see, F5. Fly wings. I keep the map in my head, me immediately before I fail at the game again. I feel like probably the games like this that I know reasonably well, I could manage without a map. But you know what? It's fun to draw the maps, so I'm doing it. Okay, that's good enough. Let's look in telescope. You put your eye to the glass. It amazes you how near everything seems. You can even see squirrels climbing faraway trees. No wonder the wizard knows all activities in Ludor. Oh, I just remembered a thing that I forgot to mention, which is I messed around with some of the graphics settings in ScumVM, and there's the most significant one is an aspect ratio correction, which before when I streamed the first two games, we had like square pixels, which was like technically accurate, but I guess they were kind of intended to be displayed on non-square pixels. So like the image was squished compared to how it was meant to be displayed. So now we have the aspect ratio correction turned on. So the screen is a little taller and things should be the shape they're more intended to be. Let's check our inventory. We got our asterisks here. Oh, I guess I can't. Oh, I guess I gotta go into C object to look at things. Flywings. Flywings are remarkably beautiful for having come from such a disagreeable insect. I do really appreciate just the design of these rooms. First of all, I appreciate that they have like this black all around the screen. Like, you know, they easily could have filled the whole screen with the image, but I feel like this really gives this place where you're being forced to live like a little bit of a claustrophobic, closed-in feeling. I'm pretty sure they just kind of do that with any indoor area, but I feel it is pretty effective here. And then just the perspective of the beams and everything is pretty interesting. Just nicely done, and like the cutaway of the wall at the bottom here is a nice touch. Try not to go too wild with the detail here, but also it's fun, so just trying to find a good medium here. And then we got off. We'll just put this off to the side here. Should be fine. Where did I go? They did have a talent for suggesting confined spaces. Indeed. I can't get over this room. Obviously, as I was saying earlier, when this game came out, I had a black and white Macintosh. and that was our only computer for quite a while. I don't remember. I feel like a Macintosh 2CI might have been our first color computer. I can't remember any that would have come between our original 512K Mac and the 2CI we had. So that's probably correct. And the King's Quest 4, there was never a Mac version, so I have never played that game beyond some little bits of it. And then 5 was the first King's Quest I ever got to play in color. So that was quite a leap going from, monochrome graphics of lower quality like this to full color. Did you have the Scarab of Ra on it? I did not. Wait. I'm gonna have to Google that. It sounds familiar, but I don't. Oh, okay. This is familiar to me, but I don't think we ever had this game. I've definitely seen it before. That looks pretty cool, though. That's definitely something I would have been into. Used to play Scarab of Ra at my grandparents' every holidays. Yeah, there was a period where they... I feel like it must have been the time where Apple was really struggling. Or it's possible it was also like, their games were becoming more advanced and, they didn't have, they couldn't just port them over in the same way they had ported their earlier games or something like that. So it was just... I'm guessing it was like a combination of factors like that. But there was a time period where it was a real bummer to be a major Sierra fan and a Mac user with no DOS or anything like that to play games on. Like it was always kind of this frustrating period of waiting just to see if a game you were interested in, because like I got sorry, I'm trying to grab some things from my show and tell pile here. Like, I pulled these out of my stockpile the other day. Like, this is obviously a more recent Interaction magazine. Originally, this was Sierra magazine, and then they send out things like these, or put them in with games. So, I'm aware of all these games and like just waiting anxiously to find out, like, when do I get to play this? Do I ever get to play this? It's too bad. My family still had the Tandy 1000 EX in those days, which is starting to show its age. Cursed Windows logos taunting you. Indeed, yes. Okay. I think we got everything here, and we've been dawdling a little. Time's passing, I assume. I really probably should have paid attention to what time the wizard left on vacation for future reference, but that's okay. We'll say it was maybe 5 minutes in, maybe 10. I don't know. Put all under bed. Okay. Just shoving all our crap under there. Let's go see what other trouble we can get into. Oh, the screen I have not drawn yet. This is another good example, like, just of, like, making this feel like a confined and restrictive space. Like, your room doesn't even get its own screen. Like, half of your room screen is taken up by stairway and this tapestry out in the hallway. Is there anything behind the tapestry? Look behind tapestry. Oh. You lift the bottom of the tapestry and peer behind it. The wall is filled with cracks. You can see why Mannanan would hang a tapestry here. There are also dozens of charcoal scribbled drawings, diagrams, maps, and notes to programmers with the legend King's Quest IV, but you're uninterested in this since you presently have your hands full with King's Quest III. You lower the tapestry and smooth out the wrinkles. That's great. I'm glad I thought to look under there. Let's do a quick save. You never know when that wizard might pop back in. I might have had my head in the way of the camera there. Sorry about that. At portraits. What's a portrait? Look at picture. See nothing special. Okay. Okay. I'm so nervous because I feel like he's got to be close to coming back soon, but also I don't know for sure. Look at shelf. So many books line the bookshelf, you wonder when Mannanan has time to read them all. Titles cover many subjects, from ancient Arabic mythology to a study of the heavens to the philosophies of Socrates. Take book. You glance at the titles of the books, but do not see any that interest you. Wait, is that a glint of metal behind one large book? So, like, I can see a little bit more what's going on with the books here, but I can't really tell. Pull book. We're not close enough. Okay, I feel like we're getting warmer here. We've got the right language. Joystick, man, that'd be great. Oh, okay, so this version does have the 4 speed settings. What was I going to say? Oh, I was looking to see if in the Mac version I could hit Command E to bring up my last command, but it doesn't look like the DOS version has anything like that. Pull book. Not close enough. Pull book. Eventually we'll find it. Ah, okay, so it's down in the corner there. You push the large book aside, revealing a metal lever attached to the back of the bookshelf. Okay. Pull lever. Yeah. Let's see. So we'll just put this room over here. Okay. Ooh. Man. Color. Who knew color was this cool? Did y'all know about color? Okay. You're on a flight of steep underground stone steps. They curve downward toward a dim light. The open trapdoor is above you. These stairs are nice and wide. Okay. You look in awe around this torchlit underground room. It appears to be a laboratory, a wizard's laboratory. I'm not sure why wizard is in quotes there. Against the earthen walls, there are rows of shelves holding numerous jars which contain strange, unknown ingredients. The shelves also hold skeletons of small animals and birds, some human skulls and bones, and other odd instruments whose use you do not know. Against the earth wall is a massive oak table with a spacious worktop. The narrow stone steps lead up to this wizard's study. Hey, Culinary. Good to see you. Alleged wizardry, yes. Perhaps we're questioning whether Manannan is a true wizard. So this is a game where I learned what a mortar and pestle is. Look at table. Against the earth wall is... Sorry, I'm stopping. I think this is a new description. Against the earth wall is a massive oak table with a spacious worktop. Atop the oak table are a large leather-bound book, a mortar and pestle, a little brazier holding charcoal, and flint, plus measuring cups, beakers, flasks, and stirrers. Look at book. Covered with gold trimmings, the old book's leather cover is cracked and worn, its pages yellowed and brittle. The title, however, is clear, The Sorcery of Old. So this is the book that we have some pages from in the manual. You eagerly thumb through page after page of what you assume to be magic formulas. The ink of the old handwriting is faint and barely readable. Most of the formulas are indecipherable, but a few are in a language you know. You treat the old book with great care, as you can tell it contains recipes for some very old and powerful magic spells. Your hands shake as you realize this book could be the key to your escape from the evil Manannan. Read book. Okay. It's the same text we just got. Not close enough. This is it, isn't it? Not close enough to anything. The heck? You curiously gaze at the strange jars of ingredients, the animal and human bones, and other odd implements which line the rows of shelves. You see jars of ingredients resting on labeled shelves, shelves bearing such ghastly names as powdered fish bone, nightshade juice, mandrake root powder, saffron, toad spittle, and toadstool powder. Kinds of good stuff. I'm trying to figure out what this thing is up here. Is that like the best I can come up with is like it's like a skeleton of a winged creature. Okay, that's the same. Can we sit down? How can you do that? You put your butt on the stool. Look at table. The wizard's desk is curiously empty. You have no further interest in it. Okay, I thought maybe this white square was something, but I guess not. I'm trying to think if there's anything we need to do here right now. I'm going to pop open my copy of the So we need some toadstool powder for the brewing a storm spell. Cat hair. Don't remember how we get cat hair. 2 spoonfuls of fish oil. There's a lot of different ingredients we're going to have to collect. We need a magic wand. I can't remember how we get a hold of that. I have seen a cat around. I just don't know how we'll get its hair is all. I don't know if we can just take it or if it's going to put up a fight. Anyway, we got lots of things you have to collect. I might have to make a list of. I might have to make myself a shopping list at some point here. I think I can say with confidence, where there are cats, there's cat hair. Yes, indeed. I think we're going to get out of here before we get caught. I can't think of anything we could do down here at the moment. Oh. Oh no! Why didn't I see that coming? I should have seen that coming. Oh, that darn cat really did it to you this time. Tripping over the cat, you fall to your death. Thanks for playing King's Quest 3. Next time, be more careful. When did I... Okay, I saved just before going in the trapdoor. I think... I feel like we didn't do anything down there that's important to do right now, so I'm just going to close this in... Whoop. Okay. Make sure to put everything back. Exactly. We don't want the old wizard to grow suspicious of our activities. Take cat hair. Oh. Pick up cat. Nimbly, you grab the nasty cat by the scruff of its neck, avoiding its needle-sharp claws. Now that you have it, what are you going to do with it? Take hair from cat. Screech! You manage to pluck some fur before he viciously scratches and leaps from your arms. With grim satisfaction, you survey your wounds. Stupid cat, you scoff. Whether you know it or not, you just helped me. The detestable cat leaps from your arms, snarling and screeching. Okay. I was a little worried it might not let me do that since we restored to a point before we had looked at the book, but we're all good. Save again. Cat hair. We'll go grab a few other things and then go up and hide them. I think we should have plenty of time for that. Okay, so in color, I still cannot tell what most of these things on the shelf are. Look at shelf. See nothing special. I still want, I think that hat would look good on Gwydion. Take hat. Don't need. Take cup. Pick up the little tin cup and carry it with you. Look at moose. You scrutinize the moose head very carefully, but you see it is nothing but an old head. You do feel sorry for the poor thing, no? Let's see. Add this room to our map. Kitchen. No, that's not the kitchen. That's not what I meant. Dining room. Kitchen's back here. I can't put the kitchen here, so I'm deciding if it should go up here or just put it over here or what. We'll just put it off here. Why not? So now in color we can kind of see, like, it definitely looks like some bread. That looks like some meat, and that looks like some cherries or strawberries or something. Yeah, it's still hard to tell what exactly this is supposed to look like. I do agree, especially seeing it in color, that it looks a bit like a mushroom, like maybe like, close to the camera or something. But yeah, I can't quite see it as a basket. So there's our kitchen. And I don't really remember. Can we take all? It's of no use. Okay, take fruit. Take bread. Take meat. Take meat. Okay. I don't remember if we need those things. Just your old oaken bucket. Oaken. It looks more metal to me. Take bucket. No reason to take. Okay, fair. Look in fireplace. As it is now summer, the need to light a fire and cook hot food was diminished. The fireplace is, at the moment, not burning. Look at shelves. The kitchen shelf holds many ingredients and kitchen implements for cooking. One useful item that catches your eye is the clay bowl you use for all of your mixing. Take the bowl. You retrieve the clay bowl from the kitchen shelf and take it with you. Okay, so cat hair is our only contraband item right now. Look at barrels. Barrels only contain foodstuffs. They are too huge to move. I'm going to go hide this cat hair. So I think in the interest of not wasting time, I am going to ask if anyone happens to know about how long Mananan goes on vacation for. I am assuming there is, we have our timer up here, so I'm assuming there's a set amount of time in game that he'll be gone for. So I'm just trying to figure out, do we have time to go explore the town, or have we wasted too much time around the house already? If you happen to know, please let me know, but if you don't, that's fine. We'll just figure it out. You might need to put cat hair under bed. Okay. I guess the game thought we wanted to put the hair attached to our head under the bed the first time. Okay. So I think that's the whole indoors of the house mapped out now. Oh, you know what? I just was thinking about how I died last time, and oh, maybe I want to take that mirror if I'm venturing down the mountain. And I'm pretty sure if we are past the windy path, like down in the actual town area, I am reasonably sure if the wizard catches us down there, he will just instantly kill us. It's possible I'm remembering that wrong, but I feel like if we're going down that far, it makes sense to take any items we might need. So let's do a quick save here. Take all. And we'll just take everything with us. And we'll see if we can get anything done down the mountain. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so he came back exactly at 30 minutes. That's interesting. Not exactly, but extremely close. You'll create no magic around me, Gwydion, the hateful wizard growls as he takes the offending ingredients from you. Zap. Zap. Double zapped. Dang. Well, the good news is we didn't waste too much time. So, let's go back to this restore. Let's see. Okay, so this is before we took anything out, so we can just leave our contraband under the bed and wait for the wizard to come home. So I'm going to make some notes about Nanan's schedule. So close. Okay. So I'm just going to note that he returned at 30 minutes. I have returned Gwydion and I am ready to eat. Okay. I think we just need to put some food on the table. Mannanan is impatiently waiting for his food. His stomach rumbles as he drums his gnarled fingers on the table. You better feed him quickly or dire consequences may result. So, we'll put, I think we still have the meat. Put meat on table. You might need it? Put mutton on table. Huh. Give meat to wizard. Okay. You place the food on the dining table before the hungry wizard. Ravenously, he devours every bit of it. I hope we don't need any of these food items. I hope this isn't a custard pie situation. It's obvious the wizard enjoyed his meal as he lets out a satisfied belch. He rises and leaves without so much as a thank you. So rude. Okay. I'm just trying to decide if I should write down when. I'm just gonna. I feel like we. Can't really go down the mountain unless he goes on vacation. I'm not sure how much else we can do unless he's on vacation at this point. What's in this thing? You try to turn the handle, but unfortunately the door is locked. Interesting. Ooh. I feel like I maybe am remembering that there's a wand in there. But that just leaves us with the question of how do we unlock that? So it occurred to me that maybe we want to put this on fastest so time passes a little faster. A couple of chickens strut about their chicken coop. As all chickens do, they peck, scratch, and cluck. The poor things, they will end up as the old wizard's dinner one day. There's a bag of chicken feed behind the fence beside the chicken coop. Pick up chicken. Gotcha! You managed to catch a chicken, but what are you going to do with it? Pluck chicken. Tucking the chicken firmly under one arm, you gently pluck a small feather, then let it go. Okay. It's probably, yeah, that'll get us in trouble if we're caught. Hurry up and try to hide that. Oh no. Oh no! Thwarted by the stairs. Those are some, like, seriously room-shaking... Oh, I really should have saved a bit sooner, huh? My bad. I think if we more hastily go grab a chicken feather after our next chore, then we should be able to get away with doing that. Curious if he'll ask us to do the same chore this time or not. ready to eat. Maybe he always wants to eat when he comes home from a journey. That kind of makes sense. Give meat to wizard. Just gotta stand there and watch him eat. Okay. Pluck that chicken. Oh, got away. Dang it. Oh my gosh. Really? Why was this so easy the first time? Huh. There we go. Okay. Do another save. What? Okay. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make a quick shopping list here, or at least get started on it. Got small bird feather. Check. Tuft of fur from any animal. I assume that's going to be that dog fur. I believe the cat fur is more specific. Dried reptile skin. Rounded spoonful of powdered fish bone. These ingredients are for understanding the language of creatures, by the way. Thimbleful of dew. And a magic wand. And then we have flying like an eagle or a fly. We need a tail feather from any eagle to become an eagle, or one pair of fly wings to become a fly. I honestly can't remember if this is like we can do either, or maybe we need to do both. But we'll write both down. Look under bed. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure we got the fly wings in this save, so. Okay. Okay. 1 pinch of saffron. Rose petal essence. We have that. And a magic wand. I won't bother to write that a second time. And then we have teleportation at random, which requires a spoonful of salt grains. One sprig of dried mistletoe. One smooth rounded stone of unusual color. And then, of course, a magic wand. And then we have causing a deep sleep. We will need 3 dried acorns. Cup of nightshade juice. I believe some of these things we don't need to find. They're already down in the wizard's laboratory. If I remember correctly, like I'm pretty sure nightshade juice was specifically mentioned when I looked around down there, and I feel like there's multiple items like that. But I'm writing them down here just so we have a complete list, and then when we do eventually go down there, can check things off that. We know for sure are there. And we need an empty pouch. Transforming another into a cat. We need 1/2 cup of mandrake root powder. Small ball of cat hair. Got that. 2 spoonfuls of fish oil. And a magic wand. And then we have brewing a storm. We need a cup of ocean water. That's what we need that cup for that we got off the dining table, I think. Spoonful of mud. Toadstool powder. Is that? Okay. I thought that might have come up for something else, but I guess not. Magic wand and an empty jar. We need a second page for this shopping list. Empty jar. We have an empty cup, but not a jar. And then for becoming invisible, we need a jar of lard. A cactus, I think is what that says. 1 spoonful of cactus juice. Huh. It's interesting that this is listed as 2 ingredients because the directions say cut the cactus with a knife, squeeze the cactus juice on spoon. So like I don't think we separately need to find cactus juice. We just need to find the cactus, and then we will turn that into a spoonful of juice. 2 drops of toad spittle. Everyone's favorite ingredient, and 1 magic wand. And that's our complete shopping list. Okay. There's multiple things, like we need a spoonful of mud, and then we need later a spoonful of cactus juice. So it seems like there's got to be a spoon we can get a hold of somewhere. Just trying to think of what else we could do right now. Oh no, I forgot to put my... Frick! I pulled out that stuff to look at what I had, and I was like, I'll put this back immediately after I'm done looking at it. And then I didn't. Like, we didn't lose any work, but we did lose some amount of time. You know, we lost like 3 minutes of game time, basically. Oh well. Double check. Okay. We're safe now. Yeah, what's up, dude? How you doing? This is where Mananan eats his meals. You, of course, are not supposed to eat here. You eat in the kitchen. There is a pine table and benches large enough to seat at least 10 people, but the wizard has never had any guests for dinner. Just trying to look around in some rooms I haven't looked around in much. That might be a spoon on the wall there. This is the kitchen of the wizard's house. Other than your own bedchamber, this is the only place in the house that you feel you can call your own. The wizard rarely enters the kitchen. On cold days, the fireplace is a cozy place to sit. Take spoon. You take the wooden spoon from the iron rack and keep it with you. Okay? Is that... Okay, there's not contraband either, so that's nice. That spoon is a wooden kitchen spoon. Can we take the knife? You take the carving knife from the iron rack and keep it with you. Okay. Also safe to carry. Look at knife. Knife is big enough and sharp enough to carve a large roast. Is it sharp enough to cut down an enormous spider web, perhaps? Okay, we still have our bowl. The lone mountain rises from the forests of Ludor to this crowd-encircled peak. Here is the somber house of Mananan, where you and he reside. Mananan. Every time I say that, I'm like, how does this go again? This hallway is on the second level of the old wizard's house. There are 2 stairways here. One goes up and the other leads down. An open doorway is to the north. Oh. I'm going to bed, Gwydion. Do not disturb me. Okay, so we won't go in there then. This seems like a good opportunity for exploration. Wizard bedtime. And I'm also going to write down 35 minutes. Went to bed. Hopefully over time we can figure out how long we have to safely explore things. So I just did a save. I'm gonna go grab all our things and then we'll see if we can do a little exploring down the mountain. Come on, Gwydion. Okay. We definitely don't want this speed while we go down the mountain. Normal almost seems too slow, but that's probably good for this screen. Yeah, I'm going to do a save. And then I'm going to draw this mountain. And then I'm going to restore from the save so that we don't lose any time. Think I can do this without dying? I don't. I do appreciate that they occasionally have these rocks that you can, just walk into the rock and not have to worry about falling off there. All right, we're doing good so far. I guess I'll just write over this save because anything happens at this point, we'll want to back up further. I feel like this spot looks scary, but I feel like they must give you a pretty generous area back there where it's safe to walk. It looks worse than it really is. All right. I think I'll do the same save and restore here. Enough. Oh heck, it's 7 o'clock already? How'd that happen? I mean, I know I started late, but still. I didn't die. Amazing. I did remember to... Okay. Be hilarious if I did all that and forgot to bring my stuff with me. I kind of want to see... if I can deal with Medusa. And I got this mirror. Surely that is how you deal with Medusa. The big question mark that I have is like when I encountered her the first time, it seemed like I walked onto the screen and she immediately appeared and then I immediately died. So how do I survive that? Like it almost seemed like I didn't really have an opportunity to hold up the mirror. It seems a little odd that I would like hold up the mirror on the screen before and then walk over, but I don't know if that's maybe how it works. Thank you, Val. So first of all, these squirrels, love them. I know they're gray, but like the differentiation of color like really helps you appreciate the little tail animations and stuff. Can we take this cactus? All of the cactus around here are too prickly to be touched. You could wind up with a handful of thorns. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay. The most hideous looking being has made its appearance. It's Medusa. Okay. So while this dialog box is up, I'm going to draw this square. Pretty simple little desert scene. I assume these little reptiles wiggling around here are where I will get a reptile skin from. And we'll make a note here that Medusa and reptiles are in the area. So I'm gonna do my best to, when I hit a button here, I'm gonna try to face the other way. And, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't even have time to do that. How do we do this? Hold up mirror. How can you do that? Hold mirror. It's possible. I'm gonna try to like just immediately on entering the room, see if I can face the opposite direction. I don't know if that will get us anywhere. Oh, crap. Oh. Okay. Let's see if we survive now. Okay. Use mirror? Averting your eyes, you aim the wizard's hand mirror at Medusa's face. A scream pierces the air as she beholds her own hideous reflection. Then, nothing. You dare to look. Medusa has turned herself to stone. Excellent. So... Does this do anything other than keep us alive? Look at Medusa. Even as a statue, Medusa is indescribably ugly. Take Medusa. The statue is much too heavy to carry. Okay. So yeah, I'm assuming the main purpose of that is so we can more freely roam this area. Oh, thank you so much for that follow. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome. Okay. Just gonna do another quick save. While we've got this save screen up, is a good time to add on to our map. I think there's a skeleton behind this save dialogue here. Do we need bones for anything? I can't remember. Okay. We should try a look around. You notice an unusual little cactus beside that large rock. That's good. We do need a little cactus. Take cactus. Okay, nice. So we can cross that off our shopping list. Cactus. And we have a knife and a spoon, so we should be able to turn that into a spoonful of cactus juice when we need it. Look at skeleton. They're just some old, uninteresting bones. Okay. Look at lizard. They're just lizards scurrying across the desert floor. I assume we need to find a skin. Like, we need a dried skin. So I assume we don't need to, like, capture a lizard and skin it or anything like that. Okay, this looks like a bad time. I'm assuming this is like, if we keep going here, we're just gonna end up like one of these skeletons. But I am gonna do a quick save and find out. You've entered a great desert. Look at skeleton. Just some old uninteresting bones. What's this though? Oh, we do need a pouch? Is this a pouch? Huh. Is it just a rock? I feel that makes it seem like there's a pouch here, right? But I think this is just a generic description. I feel like that can't be can't be the pouch we need, or it would have responded to all of that in some way. We do also need a stone of unusual color. Oh, interesting. I have very little memory of desert in this game. Yeah, I think those are just rocks. I also think we're just maybe even getting like randomly generated deserts now. I'm pretty sure we're gonna die. You're getting very hot and tired. You better find your way out of this desert soon. It's interesting, like, if I'm seeing, like, you know, the same rocks and cactuses, these... Oh! This is different. What's the snakes? Any experienced traveler knows better than to mess with snakes. I suppose that's true. Oh, is that a snakeskin? The parched sands of the desert seem to reach forever westward. I can't tell if that's just a line or if it's a skin. You notice a dried snakeskin lying on the hot ground. Take skin. You retrieve the dried snakeskin from the hot desert sand. It is delicate and could easily crumble. Okay. Dried reptile skin. I just remembered how Mananan is sleeping, and we don't know when he's going to wake up. I wonder if it might be good to start heading back at this point. Yeah, I was hoping this would be a spot of the desert we've been to, so I could continue my map here. You find yourself at the edge of a great desert stretching as far as the eye can see to the west. Okay, there's our familiar spot. Desert. I don't know if this colorful bush is anything of interest here. Look at bush. Shrubbery is nice, but you have better things to do. Okay. That's fair. And then... Hello.
Hello. I'm done being a werewolf.
Okay. I know it's starting to get late.
Yeah.
I suppose I ought to wrap up soon, huh? We turned Medusa to stone.
Dang.
And now we're just kind of wandering around the desert. Found a snakeskin.
Cool.
Yeah, gonna do a spell with that. Can't remember which one. I made a shopping list.
A shopping list?
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Oh, jeez.
Got a whole bunch of things we need to find for various spells. I'm not positive we need to do every spell, but I feel like odds are pretty good.
So who is this Joker, anyway?
The guy?
Yeah, the guy.
That's Gwydion.
Okay.
You know, Gwydion from King's Quest.
Sure, if you say so.
He's just some guy. We'll meet a king eventually.
Okay.
Probably. I mean, I could tell you who. I could tell you more, but
No, you don't have to.
no spoilers. Though I think I did accidentally spill the beans on a previous stream.
No, not the beans.
Yeah, I got beans all over the place. King's Quest 3, A Quest to Meet a King. Yes, that's the one.
Did you do this yet by any chance?
I did not do that. If you bring it on over here, then I can do it right now.
Cool.
Thank you. Okay. Oops. I am gonna gradually make my way back home. If one can really call it home.
Just coming to get cozy in here.
Cool. Glad you can hang out with us.
Can do my actual mod duties more effectively now.
Oh yeah, ban all these jokers in chat. They've been
Has everyone been behaving?
spoiling things and telling me to
no.
do things I can't even do.
Oh no. Do a flip.
See what I mean? Can't do a flip. The soft, loamy soil of the forest here gives way to the sands of the great desert stretching off to the east. Can we look at birds? You see two pretty birds looking at... They're looking at me?
That seems bad.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I figured they were just, doing bird stuff.
So this is one that you actually played as a youth, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I played 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Different birds. I'm gonna... pause my mapping for a moment here. I'm gonna see if I loop around on this next screen. I feel like... Oh! Acorns!
Is that what those are?
I think so. We need acorns. Take acorns. You pick and poke among the fallen acorns looking for dried ones. You don't find any. These are all newly fallen. Do we need specifically dried acorns?
I know from following
3 dried acorns.
Urban Forager on Instagram that you never want to eat an acorn that still has its hat on.
Okay.
I can't tell you any more detail than that. Just that the way that you tell if an acorn is good for eating is...
Oh, so the hat will fall off when
the little
it's...
hat will fall off, presumably when it's dry.
Right. Okay.
So I think if you eat them when they're too fresh, it's bad for you. It's a tummy no-no.
Sure, that makes sense. We're not going to eat them, though. We're going to, do magic stuff with them, but
Okay.
they do need to be dried. It sounds like we can't dry them ourselves. We got to find a better source of acorns, which is a bummer. What you going to do, though? Man. I thought for sure I'd come around to... This must be a little bit bigger world than we're used to. Okay. Oh no.
Oh, that's a squirrel. I just saw movement and thought it was like some sort of tentacle.
I said oh no because my maps maybe a little donked up.
Uh-oh. Can you undonk it?
I don't know. Maybe not. Oh wait. Okay. Oh, when I went through the screen last time, I did not recognize it as being the square on my map, which is funny because this is the exact screen where I thought, oh, on the next screen that'll bring me back to this part. Okay, so we're good. Nothing's donked up. So I'm gonna fill in the map. Oh! These two are certainly unsavory rogues. They look like they'd rob you blind. These are those bandits from the forest we've been hearing about. When I was playing the Mac version, I went to, there's a little town you can go to, and there's a tavern, and there's some bandits sitting at a table, and anytime you look at them, the game's like, oh, these are those bandits from the forest, you know. But I had never encountered them at that point.
Where bandits are naturally found.
Right. So, I think we're in trouble. Y'all know how to dry acorns?
You got a oven or something?
Maybe they can teach me, is what I'm thinking here.
You're saying
I'm asking them.
The rogues can teach you.
I'm not asking a real question because
Okay.
the game won't let me pick them up.
Right.
Well, let's see if I can get out of this. Oh, I did. Amazing.
Good job.
Honestly, didn't expect that. I'm just gonna...
What do the little asterisks mean?
The asterisks are contraband items. Those are items if Mananan catches us with any items that could be used for magic. Mm-hmm. He's gonna double zap us, and we're a pile of dust. So we don't want to get caught holding any of those items. We can hide them under our bed to safely tuck them away. And then the other items are things that can't be used for magic, so we can just carry them around whenever. Mm-hmm. Even a knife. I guess he's not worried about getting stabbed.
Yeah, a knife's not suspicious, but some fly wings.
Right. Exactly. Or a mirror. I mean, it is his mirror, so I think that's probably like...
Is it a magic mirror?
I don't think it's magic, but we did use it to turn Medusa into stone. But I think it's contraband because we took that from his bedroom. Ah. So in that case, it's a little bit different. Okay. I think once I fill out this map a little more, I will do a restore. Because I'm getting real nervous about whether we'll be able to get back and hide all our stuff before Mananan wakes up from his little nap.
Is this a hollow tree full of bird treats?
You know, that's a good question. tree here casts a refreshing shade. Okay, look at stump. What's a stump? Look at hollow tree. What's a hollow? Look at birds. The pretty birds are always looking at... Are they spies? Are y'all spying on me?
It's just this yellow inside of the hollow.
Like, I don't know how
suspicious.
I don't know how to investigate that.
Right.
Take acorns. You don't need it. Sure. I do need acorns, though.
Bunch of narcs.
Yeah. Oh! Mama Bear growls at you as you near the flower bed. Better stay away from it and her. Yeah, sure. I mean, bears are dangerous. Oh no, the bandits are back.
Oh, Mama Bear's gone.
Cool. You can stomp all over her flowers now.
But why would you want to do that?
I wouldn't.
Somebody in chat seems to think you should.
Trample the flowers, Gwydion. I think that's inconsiderate.
Spite. Has this bear done anything to you yet?
I mean, so far, she's done nothing more than be a little protective of her flower bed. Yeah. So at this point, I don't have anything against her. Bears. I'm thinking we got a kind of Goldilocks bear situation here, if I remember correctly. This screen is
fancy scene.
Great, and let me tell you, it looks a lot cooler in color.
I bet.
Oh, eagle feather! Oh no!
What's wrong?
It's good. We got the eagle feather drop. We need that. I'm just worried that I won't be able to get back in time.
Back to what?
The wizard is asleep right now.
Okay.
If he wakes up before we get back to the house and hide all our stuff, I'm a goner. And I don't know when he's going to wake up.
So should you make a save?
I don't know how much time I have. Yeah, I'm gonna save. I think I'm gonna stop here with the map. We'll save immediately, and then we'll just cross our fingers. Command if I may. Well, we don't want to cheat. There are 3 fully clothed bears coming. You hear Mama Bear say, "Thank you, dear. That was a lovely walk." All right. Well, that's none of my business. Can I? That's rude. The time just keeps ticking.
Yeah.
Game.
So you don't know when the wizard will wake up?
No. I've been keeping track of his schedule, but this is the first time he's gone to sleep, and I don't know how long that might take. I do kind of wonder. His first extended disappearance, he went on a journey, and he came back right around the 30-minute mark. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe he'll wake up at the 60-minute mark.
So you would have just like a general 30-minute window to do anything?
I mean, I'm purely guessing. Right. I have no idea how.
I mean, that seems like
any of it works.
That seems like a reasonable enough guess.
I figure I'll just, continue keeping track of things, and hopefully I'll eventually make sense of how this schedule works. I feel good about this. I think we can do this. Of course, saying that means I'm going to immediately die. Thank you, Val. And Dave. I like this little red thing in the distance here. I assume that's like a little town area.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't seen that in color yet, so. Okay, we're doing good. Number pad. Oh, come on. Yes, yes. I think we're good. Hide all under bed. Did it. Whew. And with that, I think we might call it a day here. So, we did pretty good, I think. We still have an awful lot of things on our shopping list. Still don't know how to get that magic wand. But we're getting there. And we've got a good amount mapped out. Just gotta fill in the town and the beach over here. Well, thanks y'all for being here. I appreciate it. It is always good to hang out with y'all.
Escape over here. Hello.
Our stream ghost has taken a physical form.
Assumed corporeal form.
So a week from today is Christmas Day.
It is.
So I will not be streaming then. Kind of considered it, but just stream time is too early. It would rush Christmas morning, and I feel like probably, a lot of people are gonna have plans and stuff. So
we are in general people that struggle to be ready to do anything on time. Yeah,
as you could tell from my stream starting time today.
I'm really good at putting my computer where I can't actually read chat anymore during this.
But I will be back next Tuesday for more Gabriel Knight. And Unsecret Crush.
That's me.
We'll be back next Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday, yeah. I decided to extend my vacation one more day.
We have some plans on Monday, and that will be the end of our scheduled holiday gathering plans.
Scheduled holiday family time.
Yeah. Just doing our as minimal as possible family dinners and exchanging of gifts and such. So yeah, after that, our schedules will start to get back to normal, aside from, like I said, won't be streaming on Christmas. But yeah, I'm excited to do more Gabriel Knight on Tuesday, and all of that. Trying to think if there's anything else. Guess we do need to find someone to raid.
Yes.
Always important. Who is around? I
suppose I should officially update my Twitch schedule vacation to reflect that it is longer than initially indicated.
I see that Britt Cayley is still streaming. They're just going all in.
Oh, that's right. I remember Silver said that this is not the usual day that they do Final Fantasy voice acting day.
They're playing Final Fantasy 14. I would do the joke thing,
but we don't have it memorized.
But I don't know it. I have not played Final Fantasy 14 myself, but they're playing the Endwalker stuff, and this is their first day, so I think we'll pop on over there and say hello. Although I am wondering, is she wrapping up? Oh well. If she is, then we'll just continue on wherever they're headed next. Okay. There it is. Okay. So thanks again for hanging out, and hopefully we'll see y'all on Tuesday or a couple weeks from now, or just whenever. Have a nice Saturday and take care, y'all.
Bye.